Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Mukesh English, and this is Mukesh Soni. Friends, in this video, I'm going to talk about the important questions from the famous poem of John Keats, that is Ode in Grecian Urn. And I have already done the videos on the summary of this famous poem. And for summary, you can refer to my videos, and the links are in the description box. So let's go through the important questions from the poem Ode in Grecian Urn by John Keats. The very first question we have here: discuss the development of the theme of transience and permanence as discussed in this poem or in Grecian Urn. So what is the most important theme of the whole poem? The whole ode revolves around this theme, transience and permanence. Now, in Keats' poem or in Grecian Urn, there's a conflict, and this conflict revolves around the transience and the permanence. The urn is a piece of art, and it is immortal. Around the edge of the urn, there are so many engraved pictures of the youth and maidens, lover and beloved, piper means to say the musical instruments, trees means to say the nature, and the youth which are portrayed on this urn, which will never decay. The piper on the urn will always continue to pipe songs, means to say the musicians who are playing the song in this picture, they will always continue, they won't stop, because it's an immortal picture, immortal urn. The trees will never shed the leaves, and the beloved on her part shall ever be fair. That means to say the pictures of the youth, the pictures of the trees, the pictures of the musicians will never fade. They will always be ever permanent. So that is the theme of permanence. And the poet has rightly mentioned here, she cannot fade. Forever will thou love, and she be fair. The lover on the urn is always trying to kiss his beloved, but he's unable to kiss his beloved because he's only a picture on the urn. Means to say it's an attempt, and the attempt remains an attempt only. In the picture, Keats contrasts the world of art with that of reality, in which everything is temporary and decadent. In real life, the human passion leaves a heart high sorrowful, clad, burning forehead, and a parching tongue. Means to say the picture does not have the human passions. That means we are all human beings. We all have the sorrows, happiness. We all also feel like a burning forehead, like fever, parching tongue, means to say a kind of dry tongue. So these are all the symptoms of all human beings. But in the on the urn, we do not find such human passions. We do not find such kind of human passions, according to John Keats. And here the poet John Keats describes a paradox between art and life in the following lines. And he says here, heard melodies are sweet, but those unheard melodies are sweeter. Therefore, you soft pipes play on, not to the sensual ear, but more endeared pipe to the spirit, ditties of no tone. So he says that let's listen to this unheard tones, unheard melodies. And which unheard melodies? The melodies which are being played, which are being played by whom? By the musicians who are playing the pipes or the timbrels in on this urn here. So here there's a contrast between the ideal life, in which the music of beauty travels directly to the heart, and the music of real life, which is heard once and afterwards lost forever. So if you listen to the real music, you will forget. But if you listen to the music from the picture, that will always be permanent. So in this sense, the world of art can be superior to the world of reality, but men must come back to the world of reality after brief stay in the world of imagination. This is how John Keats or Grecian Urn develops the theme of transience and permanence. And further, the urn will always continue to give the message. The urn gives a message to all the readers. The urn says that beauty is truth, truth, beauty. That is all you know on earth, and all you need to know. So at the end of the poem, the poet realizes that though the urn is immortal, it is speechless, and it will remain speechless. It will remain empty. It will remain desolate. And the desolation of the urn once again brings the poet back to to the world of reality. And this is how the theme of transience and the theme of permanence is well portrayed in Keats' famous ode on Grecian Urn. I hope you understood this question. And this is a very important question. For summary, please go through my videos on summary. The link is in the description box. Now we are moving to the question number 2, the most important question, I would say, the Atma of the poem, the soul of this poem. And this is very, very important phrase. Beauty is truth, truth is beauty. People have done PhDs also on this, on these two phrases here. So beauty is truth, truth is beauty. This expression means that the real beauty of a thing lies on its permanence, and that there's only one ultimate beauty in this world is truth, which never perishes. The remaining, though they seem to be beautiful, is not really beautiful as they are perishable. The things which look beautiful, they are going to decay, but the truth in this beauty will never decay. In this poem, John Keats pays homage to the immortality of art by using the means of urn, the Grecian urn. Beauty perishes soon, but art renders its immortality. The numerous images, that many images which are pictured on the urn, lose in reality, but always gain the permanence of beauty. The power to charm by imagined experience is even richer than the real, which loses its charm by satiety and decay. Art is great because it is unaffected by the sorrow and the turmoil of the world. Keats was always disgusted with the world which is full of groans, and he always craved for an ideal world of art. The beauty of nature is also permanent, and that Keats is not oblivious to it. What he's trying to point out in this dimension is that art can capture and immortalize a fleeting moment of beauty. Human life and happiness are brief, very short, but the art enriches them with the ideal beauty that gives them lasting impression, the lasting durability. The thought that inspired John Keats is centered on those famous two lines: beauty is truth, truth, beauty. That is all you know on earth, and that's all you need to know." This is the expression for this important phrase. Third question, in two different manners, two different ways. How does Keats praise the urn's immortality? Or what does Grecian urn symbolize according to John Keats? The poem Autumn Grecian Urn is a masterpiece by John Keats, famous romantic poet. In this poem, John Keats contrasts life to a work of art, and towards the end of the poem, the poet asserts the superiority of art over the real life. He says that art is more above the real life. Once he visited the British Museum, and there he came across the Grecian urn, which had been preserved for a long period of time. The paintings depicted on the external surface of the Grecian urn inflamed the poet's poetic spirit. His creative faculty became agitated, and consequently, he composed the poem Autumn Grecian Urn. My dear friends, I love this poem. Many students they say that, "Sir, it is difficult." I say no. It's a very, very interesting poem because when you read this poem, you'll feel that you are in the world of art. It's something like you're just reading the poster of a movie and you just jump into this movie, right? Okay, coming back to the answer. The poet is deeply moved by observing some artistic engravings on an old Grecian urn. The vessel has been speechless through many ages, but its engraved pictures are more eloquent than human history. These pictures are from Greek pastoral life, and they are fine perpetual works of art, the best piece of art. So, They have survived the ravages of cruel time. They have gone through the power of time, because nobody is greater than time. समय से बड़ा कोई बलवान नहीं होता, as we say in Hindi also. The poet is eager to know whether the figures carved on the urn represent some human beings or deities or gods or goddesses or both human beings or the gods. He's not also sure as to which locality they belong to. Have they come from which place? On one side of the Grecian urn, the poet observes a few young girls are hotly pursued by some passionate young men. So some boys are running behind the girls on another side, and they are trying to escape from the hands of these boys. On another side, he finds a number of people joyous with the pipes and the timbrels, many musicians. They are playing the musical instruments. They are producing the sweet melodies, and these melodies are sweeter than the unheard melodies. The poet wonders what all these scenes really signify. Whoever these persons or whatever these scenes may be, art has given them immortality. The poet says that melodies heard by the physical ears are pleasing for a time being, but only but the pipes on the lips of the people on the urn make melodies to the imaginative ears, which can never lose their voiceless charm. You can never forget you can never forget this imaginary music, which you feel that you are really listening to it. The youth who is piping in the scene under a green tree will play the pipe forever for the beloved. The young man who is running after a girl to kiss her will never get her blessings. He means to say he will never be able to kiss, because the picture is like this, right? So the both of them will never lose their physical charms. So they will always go into the spiritual love further. They will never know the love's sad satiety. They will never see the very disappointing phase of love. They will always see the charming phase of love. The trees on the urn will also remain green. They will never shed the leaves. Fine art has immortalized them. They contrast sharply with the impermanence of real life. So, this is how we find the symbolism here in this poem. The poet speaks of another picture, which is engraved on the other side of the urn. It is a picture of a sacrificial procession. A large number of men and a priest are leading a garlanded and a silken dressed heifer to a distant altar for sacrifice. किसी जानवर की किसी I mean to say, uh, one animal is being killed to please the god. The town from which they have emerged, a kind of ritual is going to happen, and the town from which they have emerged will remain empty forever because art has arrested the motion of the crowd on the urn. This means to say that many people have come here to see this ritual activity here, but when everybody has come here, obviously the town will remain empty, and in the picture we cannot send those people back. They will permanently be here. So the motion of the crowd has been arrested on this urn. The scene is now almost immortal in its beauty of the moment. Keats is fascinated by the idea that the urn, as a work of art, can capture a moment of perfection that transcends the passage of time. He contrasts the eternal beauty with the transient nature of human life, suggesting that while people grow old and die, the beauty on the earth will remain unchanged and eternal. Overall, we can say that modern Grecian urn is a contemplation on the nature of art, beauty, and the human experience, using the imagery of the ancient urn to explore these timeless themes. So this is how the symbolic images of the symbolic images have been used here to immortalize the art through the Grecian urn. Last question, maybe. How does John Keats focus on human relations, how the human relations are portrayed by the pictures on this urn here. Ordering Grecian Urn examines the close relationship between human art, beauty, and truth. For the speaker, for the poet, it is through beauty that humankind comes closest to truth, and through art that human beings can attain this beauty. In this poem, or in Grecian Urn, the mortality of life is contrasted with the permanence of art, which is portrayed, depicted on the urn. The permanence of the picture on the Greek fringe is contrasted with the decay and change of real life actualities, with a world where everything is subject to change. So when we talk about the human beings, we will be child, we'll become adult, then we'll be middle aged, we'll grow old, we will die. So there's a chain of change. But as far as art is concerned, there is no change, it is permanent. So human relations are subject to change, but art is not a subject, is not going to change. The poem's central theme is the transient nature of human existence. The scenes on the urn evoke stories of romantic pursuit and religious ceremony. In reality, such scenes come to pass in brief moments. For a very short duration, we can remember. But the urn provides a space where such stories can be frozen and made essential, permanent. Thus, the poem itself is a kind of urn. The poem draws images, figures, and ideas from the ceaseless flow of life and distills them for reflection. As the poem's final lines express that pure aesthetic experience is in life, is in itself the source of all the truth. The poet says, beauty is truth, truth, beauty. That is all you know on earth and all you need to know. In life, we are subject to ceaseless motion and the endless ticking of the clock. So we always go, just see everything clock to clock, time to time, right? But the beauty can only reveal itself in the moments of complete presence in which the normal flow of time is suspended. Means to say the time has no influence on the beauty. The time has nothing to do with the beauty that earns and the poems invites us to encounter real beauty and also portrays the human relations. So this is how the human relations have been portrayed on this beautiful urn. So friends, this is how I have tried to give you a few important questions from John Keats' famous poem Ordinary Grecian Urn. If you have any questions or if you have any queries, you can reach me to my email ID mukeshenglish@gmail.com. If you like this video, please click on the like button. And if you have not yet subscribed my channel, please do subscribe and share this video to the maximum students. And please go through the description box. You'll also get the all the other chapters of which is about fourth semester BCom and BBA, Bangalore University, Bangalore North University, the syllabus, the complete syllabus, all the other chapters, videos, the workbook, letter writing, social media writing, and all the other topics, including you have Carvalho as well. Yeah, Carvalho, you have 30 marks, even all the questions for Carvalho, the summary for the Carvalho, all the links you can get in the description box. Thank you so much for watching this video. Stay tuned with Mukesh English.